Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It's your old pal Vandy back with more classic Tetris monthly DAS Masters, and Masters. We've got two full top 16 streams. It's crazy. It seems like the default nowadays is everybody breaking up their brackets and all that kind of stuff. But then we got two full top 16 brackets for you today. Pretty excited about that one. Dog says I need like 6 to 8 minutes. Dog, I need like 10 minutes to get through all my nonsense. Because, first of all, I'm going to show you the entire DAS Masters tournament. Look at that. All in one grasp right there. And I'm sure you're looking at it and you go, yes, I understand all this information immediately. Yes. But what we are doing today is a top 16 bracket. It's the top right hand corner of this screen. First, it's going to be reigning DAS Masters winner Dog playing Tetris, and he's going to take on Blue Scooty, who is your reigning runner-up of the Jonas Cup. And then we got a pretty interesting match here: Giovani versus Wallbant. Giovani and Wallbant, of course, two great DAS players looking to make a deep run, for goodness sakes. Giovani is a two-time semifinalist in this event, looking to get to the finals for the first time. But first, he's got to get to the semifinals. And then, of course, Wallbant, just kind of hanging around. But one of these days, Wallbant is going to pop off for a run. Could be today. So what is at stake is a top 4 spot, a semifinal spot. Let's show you the semifinals. In fact, we have no semifinalists determined right now in DAS Masters. Is that right? Is that correct? So this will be our first semi-finalist determined of the tournament. Now what we've got later. Okay, so that first one is that. What we got later, basically 3 hours from now, it's going to be another top 16 bracket. This time, though, in the Masters event, it's going to be Sidnev versus Cobra versus, and then the winner against the against the winner of Danv versus Iball. That's how it all works. So that's in 3 hours. We got 6 full top 16 caliber matches for you today, and then just look at the upcoming week. Tuesday, that top 8 match that we couldn't complete between Dog and SV. I think it's green, technically green and aqua, but whatever. Green and aqua, Dog versus SV. That'll determine a semi-finalist in Masters. And then finally, I guess it's going to be May 21st. It's time to start the orange round 1 in Masters. But that will happen on Wednesday at 4 p.m. And then we've got DAS Masters orange and yellow top 16. That is on Friday, May 23rd. So that is what is coming up. So let us take, what else are we looking at? Oh, let's take a look at our rules. This is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. Players can play on any controller so long as there's no big buttons used or no turbo functions, whether electronical, mechanical, or biological. No biological turbo. Players should not receive any real-time advice, and they should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. Level 18 starts all the way through. We are using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Players, make sure your hertz and input display are turned on. And, of course, this is a DAS tournament, so do please play DAS. If you want to play something other than DAS, then there are other tournaments for that. But this is a DAS tournament, so do play DAS. You've got options when it comes to your DAS tournaments. Oh, no, you don't. You got this one, and then DAS Champions League, I guess. Anyway, play DAS. Best of 5 throughout. The finals are best of 7, and the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool. It stands at $609.70. We are more than halfway to our top 8 incentive. If we get $1,200 in the prize pool, we will pay the top 8. We would love to do that because it, keeps the possibility of, a good chance of getting a prize keeps players coming back. Says, all right, maybe it kind of compensates me for my time a little bit. So Do contribute to the prize pool if you want to support this tournament and DAS tournaments. And look, as long as there's a prize pool, we can keep doing it. We're not going to go and like, oh, well, the prize pool this month is $50. We're not going to continue it, right? So prize pool definitely keeps this tournament going too. So use the Batcherino command on Twitch on YouTube, and that'll bring up links. The first one is for Mega Master still. We'll keep that up until, YouTube is posted. And then the second one is for Masters, and the third one is for DAS Masters. Click on that one. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Batcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you log in. Use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to do that. And then there's a mustard-colored button on the right side that says Contribute. Click on that to initiate the contribution process. Any amount, 1, 2, 5, 10, $590.30. Any amount you've got kicking around in your bank is good. You can also support the channel at patreon.com/monthly Tetris. There's two prongs to this. One, we need a prize pool. Two, we need a channel. And those things will keep the players and the channel and the streamer coming back, continuing to do this tournament every single month, or nearly every single month, unless we get tired. So patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Thank you to the people on your screen, and especially Scott Gray, J in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit McMonkey, and Mila. Really appreciate the support, and I'm sure everybody else who's watching appreciates the support because it keeps this thing happening. Okay, I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to see when I get over to here, but it's a mess. Why is that a mess? That is not what should be up. Let's fix this, shall we? The second match is what? Giovani versus Wallbant, right? All right, we'll put that there. That's the second match. First match is that one. Oh, NGC Man on the screen there. His stream is on the screen. He just got yesterday a PB. He just got, in fact, a PB. Of course, when you get a PB in your NGC Man, it's the number 2 overall score on the leaderboard. So we have a new number 2 on the screen, on the leaderboard, I mean. So that's pretty good. It was like 8,000 points short of world record, which is Mark Megas. And you got that yesterday. And what is this? Scooty, it's number 31. Oh my word. All right, we're working on it. Dog's not here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, there's Scoots. Scoots McDoots. All right, we're working on this here. Scooty. Yeah, we got high Scooty here. I don't know how to handle this. All right, we're gonna do it this way. Ready? We'll flop him over. That's good. Scooty has the drone is on Scooty today. It's Scooty on drone cam. But I appreciate, getting both, face and controller on the screen. And Scooty, when you're done with this game, make sure you turn on your Hertz and input display. Oh, I never told you how you can support the channel through buying things. Yeah, you can go to ctm.wtf. That's our merch store. And you can support the channel that way. Go there and get CTM merch, or you can even gift merch to the chat. The store is so smart, it knows when we're online on Twitch. It puts a little button that says, give this to Twitch, and you can do it. So that's pretty good. All right, looks like we have a dog sighting, so we'll go ahead and mess around with Dog's camera. Dog's gonna have to get on Scooty Cam eventually, like where we've got hands available, but right now it's fine. Whatever. I haven't made a big stink of it, but eventually I will make a giant stink. Eventually. But not today. It's fine. Bum. Okay. There's two players. Excuse me. I'm gonna open up my water bottle so Ayana doesn't get disappointed that I'm not drinking water. So I gotta get that water going. Skibby Das Masters? I don't get it. What's up, Chen? What's up, Toash? Okay, it's 12 past. Let's give these players some pieces. The pieces are players when you're ready. 8-9 DC 3F. So let's see if Dog leaves the room now. All right, let's see. Nope, he's sitting there. He's here. He's waiting. He's ready. Excuse me. Oh, we're up to 10,100 followers. Oh, my word. 8-9 DC 3F. Those are the pieces, my dudes. Okay, it looks like both players are ready. Dog and Blue Scooty, CTM Das Masters, top 16 green. Let us get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Dog playing Tetris. Playing Tetris. Dog, the reigning champion of this tournament. He won Das Masters last month, April, or what is it? March, not April. March. We didn't have it in April. March. He's the reigning champion, and he's back, which is pretty crazy. I think that kind of gets lost because Dog just won Mega Masters, and we kind of forget. Oh yeah, he also won. He's also the reigning Das Masters champion, so he's like, you know, it's got united the belts. Trying to keep that Arteaga streak alive. Dog with the number 2 seed in this tournament got a 2-round bye, so this is Dog's first match in Das Masters this month. Scooty, let's get a little dependent board, but he got it kind of taken down. And it looks like Scooty's got a path out of here, although he needs something for that left. Oh, that flat long bar burn and that triple. Great adjustment for Scooty. He's got an open right side again. And yeah, getting a little droughty here. Okay, finally long bar over for Blue Scooty. So it looks like players are going to be fine. Anyway, Dog playing Tetris, the 2-time winner of Das Masters. He qualified in with a 1.13 million average of 2, played in a 60-minute qualifying period, has a DAS PB of 1.28 million. It's good for about 17th on the overall DAS list. Was the 5th ranked player in the most recent DAS Premier poll. You can check out the full rankings at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. Dog won in March 2025 and August 2024. By the way, did I mention he's a 10-time CTM winner, including Mega Masters? And that puts him second by himself on the overall CTM wins list. He's also a 2-time CTWC champion and has been in the top 4 at least every single year he's played in Classic Tetris World Championship. 203 for Blue Scooty, 169 for Dog. And on the right side, it is Blue Scooty coming in at seed number 31. He qualified in with a 950,000 average of his best 2 games. In round 1, he defeated Tegamek. Round 2, it was AV Geek. Blue Scooty going to fill in that Vitz. Scooty with a PB of 1.14 million with DAS, not ranked on the Premier poll. Trying to change that here. I think this is Scooty's fourth DAS Masters appearance. He's looking for his first ever top 8. Looking to do it right now. Has an opportunity. Of course, you know Blue Scooty as the game crasher. The crash heard round the world. He had a 9-month streak of finishing in CTM Masters finals that lasted from May of last year to February of this year. And during that time, he had 5 wins inclusive of Lone Star. He's got 6 overall. And DAS-wise, he was the reigning runner-up of CTWC's North American DAS Championship, the Jonas Cup. He's also in the semis of CTWC Gold Bracket in 2023. And yeah, he's won a few regionals. Kansas City, back-to-back years, his own Stillwater Library Regional. It's the one I regret the most. They have the same score and 7 lines apart. Dog has lines in hand. And these two have a lot of, noteworthy meetings, but this is the first time, at least as far as I could tell, that they've met in a DAS match, at least a ranked one. 381 for Dog, 402 for Blue Scooty. Tetris for Scooty, 424, 405 for Dog. Tetris Dog, 428. Past the 100 line mark at line 130. The level will change to level 18. The speed will go up. And then the value of line clears will begin to increase every level change, which happens every 10 lines. 471 for Blue Scooty, 452 for Dog. Tetris for Scooty, 494, 475 for Dog. Okay, Scooty is into 19 at 5. Well, he's got 545. I missed exactly what his transition was, but it's a pretty good score here early on 19. He's about to head into level 20. And yeah, he's got to uncover that left side, and he does now. Oh, he's able to, I think, quick tap that piece over. Dog is in at 512. 538 Dog, still on 19. 609 for Blue Scooty. Oh, that left side for Dog is a problem. Oh no. Okay, well, he's got some extra points there with that triple, but it's not going to matter. He is going to top out at 544 on level 20. Blue Scooty already ahead. So Blue Scooty going to take game number 1. GG's. Adam Healy says, did anyone hear when the match between SV and Dog will take place from yesterday? I will show you that in a moment. Let me give these players their next round of pieces. Pieces are here, players. You can take a moment if you need it. Yes, Adam Healy, the SV Dog match will take place at Tuesday, May 20th, 6:30 p.m. Central, 23:30 UT. Is that, yeah, 23:30 UTC. There it is. Welcome, Adam Healy. Christopher Winter says, I'm not even sure if I've ever seen Dog play in the DAS play style, so it'll be interesting to see how aggressive he is compared to his normal rolling. Yeah. It's not going to look like rolling. That's for sure. F7, F2, D5, F7, F2, D5. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2. Blue Scooty is up 1-0. Booman on Twitch says, I can see why tapping helps so much. You do not have much leeway on 19. No, you do not. No, you do not at all. Is that an 18 million score on Scooty? Oh, I didn't see it on his scoreboard. Yeah, I didn't see. Tetris for Dog, Tetris for Scooty as we begin game number 2. By the way, DAS fans, there was a little bit of a shakeup on the DAS record leaderboard. All right, Scooty is saying yes, that is an 18 million. Femi George super chatted $4.99 and said, "Go get it, Blue Scooty." All right, you got Scooty fan super chatting. Thank you very much, Femi. Appreciate that. So yeah, there's been a shakeup in the DAS record leaderboard. Mark Migas is still number 1, but now NGC Man is number 2. He got a PB, and that PB just happened to be the number 2 score ever achieved with DAS. It was 8,000 short of the overall record, so close. And I think you can go see that on NGC Man's Twitch. 104 for Dog. He gets a Tetris. 126, 142 for Blue Scooty. So NGC_man 25. If you want to go see that. There's 1.3 something. 1.342. Is that what it was? 1.342, I think. $149 for Dog, $189 for Blue Scooty. You cannot find a DAS leaderboard? Here it is. Oh, there you go. Whoops. All right, Chroma's like on it. I already did it. Adam Healy has become a channel member over on YouTube. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. 240 for Dog, 258 for Blue Scooty. Look at that. From keyboard skepticism to willing channel member. Thank you so much, Adam. All right, Dog gonna set up that like a skim into a Vitz, but he added Tetris well buried below that. And so he was able to fill in the Vitz, and now he's doing what he's doing over here. 269 for Dog, 285 for Blue Scooty. You love the red, white, and blue color palette. Yeah, I love it. The Netherlands colors and the colors of the French flag and Norway and the UK. Oh my God, amazing colors here. 310, the Texas flag, Chile. $323 for Blue Scooty. Board's getting a little high for both players, but well shaped, and they're able to get pieces over. $327 for Dog, $346 for Blue Scooty. Liberia. Yes, of course, Liberia. How could I forget? Iceland. Cuba. Russia. Yeah, all these places. Australia, New Zealand, right? Travis. 373 for Dog, 398 for Blue Scooty. Thailand. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, $399 for Dog, $423 for Blue Scooty. I won. All right, we converted Adam. Excellent. Adam, we needed another Adam in the Tetris community, right? All the other previous Adams seem to have disappeared. So we got a new Adam. 454 for Blue Scooty, 468 for Doug. Oh, Adam. Oh, that's true. Adam Irish. We had Adam Cornelius and, of course, Adam MTS, and they both kind of disappeared a little bit. And now we've got Adam Irish and Adam H. This is the conservation of Adams. You must always have two Adams. 501 for Dog, 503 for Blue Scooty. We're just a couple lines away from 19. The speed increase looming. And two Tetrises into 19 for Blue Scooty, 553 for him, 549 for Doug. Oh, that's true. Adam Verbus, right? That's true. Madelsberger, I only peripherally know what a Sith Lord is. Is that like an evil force person? I think I know what that is. Okay, Dog with the middle of his board. Not satisfied with it. We're trying to fix it. 613 for Dog, 683 for Blue Scooty. Here on 21, one line apart. Trabus, Adam Driver is not in the Tetris community as far as I know. Unless he's got an alt. All right. Pretty good cleanup there and survival from Dog. Those left side. I think he had quick taps over the left. To get these pieces over one extra column, I think. Or at least it was the fullest DAS I've ever seen. 682 for Dog, 779 for Blue Scooty. Okay, Scooty with that double and a Tetris, 813, 687. So now 50 lines to go until level 29. And that is the kill screen for this mode. Of course, it was called the kill screen for years and years and years. And the hyper tappers made mincemeat of it. And then the rollers just made it a complete joke. And now it literally is a joke. But here in DAS, it is not a joke. That is virtually unsurvivable with DAS. 878 for Blue Scooty, 909 after a Tetris, 735 for Dog. And Dog kind of falling further behind as he continues to dig, and he's back by like 170,000 points with only 25 lines to work with. Tetris is on 26. Yeah, he's just not going to be able to do anything with this board. Tetris is here worth 32,000, so he would have had to score a bunch of unanswered Tetrises. Blue Scooty with that spin tuck of the J piece just as he's kind of topping out, but doesn't matter. He tops out. He is ahead. Dog had already topped out, and Blue Scooty is up 2 games to none. Okay, there are new pieces, 9D45C2 and players. Again, you can take a moment if you need it. 9D45C2. Okay. Get him started here in game number 3. Blue Scooty up 2 games to none. Dog needs to win this one to stay in to try and defend his title. And Blue Scooty, the number 31 seed, unranked player in the DAS playstyle, even though he is the, reigning runner-up in Jonas Cup, has got the reigning champ on the brink. Oh, that left side for Scooty. Okay, that's fine. That's accessible. Tetris for Scooty. Dog has already got one. Lori H has gifted a fan level membership over to YouTube. Thank you, Lori. And Bence K is the one who received it. So congrats, Bence. And thank you again, Lori. Stanislaw with the Prime sub 45 months says, Lord, that's a lot of months. Thank you, Stanislaw. Tetris Scooty, 98,000, 99,000 for Dog. And yeah, Scooty unranked really just from not playing too many DAS events. I don't know who's playing what over at DAS Champions League, but this is, I think, just Scooty's just 4th DAS Masters appearance. So I don't think he's getting a lot of DAS reps in. $171 for Dog, $169 for Blue Scooty. Tetris Scooty, 193. Same lines and about a 400 point difference between these two players. The match after this one is Giovani versus Wallbant. In the, I guess, the Aqua bracket, but I guess this is the last month that we're going to call it Aqua. We're going to call it Teal. We've decided. Dano222 with the super chat, 2222. Thank you very much, Dano222. Dano says, go dog, or do dog. Do dog. It says do dog. 270 for Blue Scooty, 309 for Dog. Thanks, Dano. Appreciate it. Okay, nice T for a double for Scooty. He's got a tuck. Skimming. He's waiting. Both players waiting. You just realize just how perfect you have to be with DAS to play at the highest level. There's a Tetris Blue Scooty 308. 351 for Dog. Long bar down. Dog. Tetris 375. 1 for Scooty as well. About a 44,000 point lead. That's about 2 Tetris lead for Dog. Tetris is here worth 22,800. All right, Scooty trying to get, actually going to go with a offset well Tetris. Column 3 waiting for a bar. Let's see how long he has to wait. All right, not too long. There's the long bar in. Tetris for Scooty. The Dog needs a bar to uncover that right side. Now needs a little bit more. And he's uncovered. And a long bar goes in. Tetris for Dog. 451 through 113. Of course, Dog is still active in our Masters event this month. He's got a top 8 match versus SV later in the week. That's on Wednesday. Tetris Dog, 498. $546 entry into 19 for Dog. 8 more lines for Scooty before 19. Tetris Dog, 571. 522 into 19 for Blue Scooty. All right, long bar over Tetris Dog, 596. There's one Scooty, 546. 50,000 point lead. 7 lines ahead for Dog. So it's actually very similar paces. All right, Laurie on YouTube says, like the page, support the channel. It's free. Yeah, like the video. That's a good thing to do. Thank you, Laurie. Tetris for Dog, 677. There's one Scooty, 601. And another one Scooty, 627. We're on the green level, not the one with all the E's, just 2 E's for this green level. Tetris Scooty, 681, 709 for Dog. Tetris Scooty. And 1 for Dog. Okay, 772 Scooty, 782 Dog. Scooty back by 5 lines. Now 8 lines, really. So, yeah, just about 40-something lines to go until 29. And it's this game will all come down to the next, 30, 40 lines. Scooty, Tetris, 812. Dog, 883 after a Tetris into 26. There's another Tetris Scooty, 877. There's one Dog, 918. All right, Scooty with some cleanup to do. Dog uncovers that right side well. All right, Scooty's board. It's kind of a mess here, but he's getting it worked down. He's going for the Tetrises. He knows what he's got to do. Dog has got the max out. And Tetris for Dog, A61. 1 more to go. He gets it, A98. The Dog has got the 1.1, and he's playing a little bit here on 29, but yeah, that is not going to need to. Because Scooty's going to top out at 941 on 28, so Dog with the 1.1. The Dog says, yeah, I'm not quite ready to go yet. All right, GG's players. The new pieces are here, 52769E. When you're ready, you can always take a moment if you need it. Great post there. Yeah. What did he train? Very low 500s, right? So, yeah, actually really good posts. 52769E, 52769E. Both players have signaled ready. They've got their pieces and they want to start. And so do I. Blue Scooty up 2-1. Dog needs to win to force a decider if he wants to defend his title. And Scooty looking to get into the top 8 in Das Masters for the first time. All right, a couple of Tetrises down for Scooty, and those boards somewhat droughty to begin this here. RKLPLOL. Thank you for the raid party of 35. Appreciate the raid. Welcome to Classic Tetris Monthly. This is our monthly Das Masters event where we play the game sort of in the original play style that I think everybody played when they got the game in 1989, which was the predominant play style for all the world championships for the first 7 or 8 years until hyper tapping and then rolling took off. But here we are just playing the original press and hold play style, keeping it alive. And these are some of the top players in the world at just Tetris at Classic Tetris in general, playing here in this legacy play style. So thank you, RK. Appreciate that. This is our this is our Das Masters event. We also have an event called Masters, which is an open play style event, which is open theoretically to players of all play styles, but realistically, you know, only rollers and some hyper tappers get into it. Occasionally, some Das player will sneak in somehow. So, and we've got actually more of that later today. This is top 16 in a Das Masters, and we've got some top 16 matches for Masters as well. 236 for Blue Scooty, 199 for Dog. There's a Tetris for Blue Scooty, 259. Please do follow the channel. This is the longest running online Classic Tetris tournament. By Classic Tetris, we mean the one played on the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. 281 for Blue Scooty, 245 for Dog. Thanks for the follow, Monkey2. And yeah, on your screen, you've really got 2 legendary Tetris players. Dog, of course, a 2-time CTWC world champion. And Blue Scooty, if you remember a few years ago. It seems like years ago, but it was like last year. If you remember last year, you know, oh, Tetris player beats Tetris. This was the guy who did it. 313 for Blue Scooty, 336, 322 for Dog. Do Tetris skills carry over to Dr. Mario? A little bit, and there's some overlap between the two communities. A little bit, but it is definitely not the case that the best Tetris players are the best Dr. Mario players. Maybe they could be, but that does not seem to be the case. 368 for Dog, 382 for Blue Scooty. I mean, for me, it carries over because I'm like bad at both. $378 for Dog. Tetris for Blue Scooty. Cross the 100 line mark now. 30 lines to go until level 19, where the speed is going to increase by 50% right now. Pieces dropping 1 row every 3 frames, and on level 19 and 30 lines, they will be dropping 1 row every 2 frames. 500,000 for Blue Scooty. So a really good pace through 106 for Scooty. 432 for Dog through 109. All right, Dog has to put additional weight on that well. And he's going to uncover long bar over Tetris for both. Simul Tetris. So Scooty up by 98,000 points. But Dog with the better board. We expect him to maybe cut into that lead a little bit. Scooty set up for the dirty Tetris and gets it 572. Dog has to take a couple of burns on his way just as we head into 19 to prepare for that speed increase. And he is in at 509. Scooty still with potentially 2 more Tetrises he can get before 19. There's one of them. And there's another one for Scooty. He's in at 620. That is a huge pace for a DAS player into 19. And so Dog, our reigning champion, on the ropes here, down 2 games to 1. He's got to win this one to force a deciding game 5. Otherwise, it's Scooty who's going to move on. Tetris for Scooty, 673. 569 for Dog. Thank you, Max, for the follow. Okay, Dog going to stand up that JP's very wisely to keep a lane open for a long bar, but where is it? He's going to take a couple of burns there, get that piece to the left, and get the long bar over for the Tetris. 609 for Dog. 704 for Blue Scooty. Scoring is based on the score that is above the boards. It is all about score. Tetrises are by far the most valuable line clear. A Tetris, a 4-line clear. A single, if a single is worth, like 1, basically a Tetris is worth 30 times a single. And so whoever has the highest score when top out happens, which, might be soon. We'll see. Okay, Dog able to quick tap that piece over to the left. Good discipline to keep that S as far as it can go. And Dog with the great survival, 784. A skim and a Tetris for Blue Scooty, 810. Dog opens up that right side. He's got to take a couple of burns here, though. This is kind of delicate because that left side not super accessible with Das here. And I'm not sure. Yeah, no, he's not going to be able to get that over. That's going to be a top out for Dog at 687. And Blue Scooty has taken this match 3 games to 1. And for the first time, Scooty has moved on to the top 8 in DAS Masters. It only took 4 tries. Whatever. He's in to the top 8. GG's to you, Dog. Our 2-time champ. Of course, our 10-time CTM Open champ, Dog, playing Tetris, a true legend of the game, and still at top form. That's the thing that's crazy about Dog. But GG's, Scooty. We're going to play our next match. So, Dog, you are dismissed. You are free to enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Scooty, you are not free. You got to sit around and wait and watch the next match. It's going to be Giovani versus Wallbant, and then Scooty will play against the winner. Deep Shock, thanks for the raid party of 4. So watch Scooty mulling it out here. He's got the max out on level 27. The A means 1 million. The game cannot go to 7 digits natively, so there's a little bit of a hack to get it to display 7 digits within the span of 6 digits. And Scooty with that center well, there's 1. And he's going to set up for 2. Look at this guy. Setting up for 2. No, he's going to take that. See what he can do. Can he get to level 30? Can he get to level 30? The speed is now doubled since the previous one. And he's got the level 30. Look at that. Level 30 and a 1.1. And I think that's a PB for Scooty, right? So, Scooty, you don't have a level 30, right? Is that your first level 30? Yeah, so that is Scooty's first DAS level 30. My guys, what the heck? Welcome to the club. There's now like 18 of you. Oh my goodness, there you go. Blue Scooty, first time in the top 8, and the first time that Blue Scooty has gotten level 30 with DAS. Wow, holy mackerel. GG's, congratulations, Blue Scooty. And that's actually that's 1.135. So not a score PB, but pretty close, actually. So yeah, he's like 6,000 points off of PB. So that was really close. Like, GG. Okay, we're gonna set up our next match. We'll be right back. GG's again to you, dog. Won't be repeating. So now it's all on Pixelandy now to carry the water for the family. But yeah, it's gonna be that is not the right schedule stream. That is it. Okay, I'm gonna set up this thing. We'll be back in like a couple minutes, and then we run a couple ads, and then we'll be back with our next match. Cousin Avi, thanks for the gift sub to Chaotic Hazel. All right, what is this going to be? This is going to be this is going to be 7 and 23. There it is. 7. I need a better system. There's 7. There's 20. We'll fix that cam up a little bit. All right, there's Wallbant, not online at the moment, or I'll have to refresh and find out. Scooty 31, not 31 years old, but seed number 31, taking out seed number 32. All right, there he is. There's our guy. And we'll flop it on over, but we'll fix the scores. Oh my goodness. The script has been leaked. And both players, when you get a chance, make sure you turn on your hertz and input display. Cousin Avi's gifted a tier 1 sub to Giovani. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Floor 6 warm-up is so valid, says Eliash. Oh my god. Do I need to just work on floor 6? Is that what I need to do? Oh, let me fix. Let me just fix stencil on one of these. I don't think it's the player's fault. I just think it's the slot they were in. Oh no, it is. I do have to fix. All right, keep warming up, players. I just got to fix stencil a little bit, a little tiny bit, or stop playing. That's you can do it too. All right. Okay, we're just gonna do it this way, actually. We'll do it like this. Oh, that's not the right thing. That is not the right thing. This is the right thing. And stretch it out. And do like this. Good enough. Good enough. Thank you. Okay. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you some pieces. And when you're ready, you can put them in. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Ben Boy, did you win a giveaway yesterday? Because I was about to re-gift it to the chat. So if you want it, then go to ctm.wtf/redeem. And if you don't want it, then I'll just re-gift it. You want me to re-gift it? All right, I will do that. All right, folks, while Giovani is warming up, I guess I'm going to redo this giveaway. And it's for the Angry Bear shirt, the highly prized, highly coveted, super angry bear shirt. Use !join to get in on it. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's just check C's, make sure we're good. 5F3, 8-9B. It looks like they're both ready. Giovani versus Wallbant, top 16. The winner will face Scooty in the top 8. Let's get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So in very important bracket color news, we are changing the name of this bracket from aqua to teal. But next month starting, so the player who wins this match will be one of the 2 last Aqua players. And you will also get the special Discord role. You will be the last Aqua standing. Okay, a skimming at Tetris and another Tetris for Giovani. We get started here in game number 1. On the left side of your screen, it is Giovani. He qualified into seed number 7 with a 1.08 million. That was the average of his best 2 scores. Played in a 1-hour qualifying period. He's from Italy. He's got an overall PB of 1.325 million as one of just, 11 or 12 players with a 1.3 with DAS. In fact, that is 4th place now on the overall list. Just yesterday, he was leapfrogged by NGC Man, who's now in number 2. Giovani, the 4th ranked player in the most recent DAS Premier poll, and you can check out the rankings for DAS and open playstyle players at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. This is Giovani's 6th DAS Masters appearance. He was in the semifinals 2 times in our first 2 months, July and August, and he has never finished outside the top 8, so he's looking to continue that streak today. Played in Mega Masters just last month. He's 2nd in the CTWC DAS Championship that takes place in Germany. Was 2nd last year. Robin, of course, the winner and the CTWC DAS champion. Giovani also played in the Austria event the last 2 years, so if you were at that event, you might have seen Giovani milling about. That is Giovani, 258. And don't mention American pizza when Giovani's around. On the right side, it is Wallbant, seed number 23 with a 986,000 qualifier. Wallbant is a suspected Canadian. He's got an overall DAS PB of 1.18 million. That's good for about 76 on the list. This is Wallbant's 4th DAS Masters appearance, and Wallbant is looking for his first top 8. So Giovani has always been in the top 8. Wallbant looking for his first top 8 in DAS Masters. And Wallbant is also seed number 23 in Masters this month, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, it was seed number 23 in Masters. Just like Dog was number 2 in Masters and DAS Masters. Anyway, Wallbant is a 3-time Futures Circuit winner, Hopeful Circuit winner 1 time, played in Gold Bracket the last 2 years, took 2nd in the Boston Tea Parody event last year, was 3rd in Detroit just a couple months back, top 4 in Montreal last year, also played in the Boston Regional this year as well, and made it into the finals of the most recent Classic Tetris Level 12 tournament. 358 for Wallbant, 465 for Giovani. And if they had to do separate rankings for like who's the level 12 like premier poll, I think Wallbant's got to be on there because he's like 2nd in back-to-back years and top 4, the most recent one. So Wallbant, you're like the king of 12. 388 for Wallbant, 513 for Giovani. One nation under level 12. So Giovani up by over 100,000 points, about 125,000 point lead for Giovani right now. What is RK? What is RK? Oh, Mark was the winner of the Angry Bear shirt. GG's Mark. Giovani's board up kind of high here, so see what he can do to bring this down. And Wallbant's board also probably too high to survive. And yeah, Giovani will survive. Didn't need to because Wallbant topped out. So no level 19 required. Giovani, you have taken game number 1. Oh, RK. Yeah, RK is the Premier Poll rank. Right. Go to premierpoll.com. And don't mention Premier Poll unless you give the URL, guys. All right. Giovani is pumped. New pieces are here, players. 38D809. 38D809. That was a scary sequence indeed. So scary, in fact, Wallbant did not even survive. All right, join. Goodbye, join. You're gone. And thank you for the original giveawayer of Gilded Lizard. Appreciate that, and congratulations to Mark. And if you don't want it, let me know, and I can re-gift it. 38D809. Both players are ready. Both players are on seed. So let's get game number 2 underway with Giovani up 1-0 over Wallbant. Danny, I don't want to mention anything about microwave lasagna or any Italian adjacent foods or anything like that in Giovani's presence. I don't want to get him mad at us. I did mention it? Oh, no. I got to stay on Giovani's good side, you know? Tetris for Giovani, 47,000, and another one, 70,000. We are underway in game number 2. It seems like a microwave lasagna would be a crime in Italy, though. It seems like it would be a crime. Danny says, Tetris really enjoyed the Dr. Demento playlist you gave him. Now, did he really enjoy it, or did he just be like, oh, haha, old person, this is nice, haha. Yeah, thanks, old person, for this old person music. All right, a skim and a Tetris for Giovani. He's going to survive here. 118. Longbar goes down for another Tetris. 141. No, I'm sure he was inspired by it. There were big belly laughs from him. Well, 93,000 for Wallbant. 164 for Giovani. Vandy breaks his spaghetti before cooking it. I don't break my spaghetti. Are you kidding? I don't break my spaghetti. No. Don't do that. Okay, Wallbant trying to survive here, trying to just, wedge a few burns over to that right side. Okay, nice triple to just bring this down. Give himself a little bit of breathing room. And both players' stacks have been pretty high on average, so I'm guessing this is a bit of a paltry Longbar seed. I can go look. Let me go look. So like 18 bars halfway to 19. It's not a lot of bars. And, the score is relatively low as well. So, yeah, that would also indicate not a lot of bars. 312 for Giovani, 228 for Wallbant. What about pineapple on a burger? Listen, Adam Healy, you just got here, okay? You don't want to start things. All right. 253 for Wallbant, 359 for Giovani. There's nothing wrong with any ingredient on anything if you can make it work. All right. See, this is what I don't want to get into. Giovanni's here. I'm going to start talking about pizza. He's going to get I don't want to incur his wrath. 321 for Wallbant, 428 for Giovani. You're not baiting me. Okay? $451 for Giovani. Tetris for Wallbant, 367. So one line apart and about 86,000, 84,000, whatever points apart. But I'm just going to say, if you can make the flavors work, then do it. If you make the texture work, then do it. Whatever, man. Innovation. Good. 524 Giovani, 391 for Wallbant. Ben Squirrely says, pineapple, cream cheese, and spicy sauce on a burger. I can totally see that. I can absolutely see that. Tetris Wallbant, 439, 544 for Giovani. Okay. Yeah, all right. He's going to... Eesh. This is so tough heading into 19 where Giovanni's board is. Let's see what he can do. Oh, look at that. Beautiful L. That square gets over. This is not easy. Oh, no. And that's going to be a top from Giovani at 599. And Wallbant has a target of 600K. If you get to 600K, you can take this Wallbant. And that is Das Tetris. Okay, let's see what Wallbant can do. Tetris is on level 20 or 21 are worth 26,400. So one more Tetris will do it. If he can get it, he doesn't have to. He can single and double forever and get it. And all right, he's taking those skims. All right, he's got an easy Tetris setup here. He's taking the skims. It's 14 away. Oh my word. And the long bar gets over in the sigh of relief from Wallbant. So Wallbant going to tie it up against Giovani. All right. F19258. Those are the new pieces players, but take a moment if you need it. Wallbant's outfit kind of like on, I don't know, it's on theme. It's kind of like aqua-ish, you know, kind of aqua blue, couple of green highlights on the shorts. Has he been doing that all along? Has Wallbant been just dressing in accordance with the color of the bracket? That would be amazing if we went back in history and saw that. F19, like he's been doing it for years and nobody noticed. F19258. You feel like there was a 40 drought in the beginning? Yeah, it was really bad. Ben Boy, we don't say cyan in this stream. That's a banned word. In fact, we got to put that on the banned words list. All right, both players are on seed. Both players are ready. And what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 for Giovani and Wallbant heading into game 3. Yeah, we don't say cyan in this chat. It's a banned word. How do I add something to the banned words list? There should be a command that brings up all the banned words, and that way you can just trigger it and see all the words that are banned in the channel. No, Ben Boy, we're just kidding. It's a joke. There's no real ban. Okay, good. All right. I don't want you to feel bad. You don't know. It's the internet. People don't know who's kidding ever on the internet. But there should be that. There should be a banned words list, and that way you know what words should not ever be displayed on stream, right? And you just you say banned words, and then it shows them all to you, so you don't ever have to see them. 114 for Giovani, 114 for Wallbant. Who won Dog Scooty? Scooty was the winner. Oh, what was the score of that, by the way? Was that a I don't even remember what that was. I'm so in the moment, guys. Do you realize? Oh, it's 3-1. Yeah, I should just assume if I don't remember, it's 3-1, because I remember sweeps and I remember deciders, but 3-1, I just don't remember. 185 for Wallbant, 207 for Giovani. Will these players get the last Aqua roll too? Yes, they will. Well, whoever wins will get that roll, yes. There have been times when your last name has been banned in certain games. Yeah, I mean, that's so silly. People are dumb. 220 for Wallbant, 278 for Giovani. But on the other hand, like, do you need to have your last name shown in an online game? I don't know. Do you? All right, Mark has redeemed the prize, hopefully. Hopefully it was all reasonable. 290 Wallbant, 328 for Giovani. We haven't had a contribution to the prize pool for a bit. So if you do want to support the DAS scene, if you want players to keep coming back and playing DAS, and if you want there to continue to be DAS tournaments, consider making a contribution to the prize pool. 376 for Giovani, 313 now, 336 for Wallbant. Use the Matcherino command in chat. That'll bring up the links. There are 3 of them there right now. The third link is the one for DAS Masters. Any amount will work. 1, 2, 5, 10. You know, if you got $590.30 burning a hole in your pocket, you know, go for it. 364 Wallbant, 422 for Giovani. Thank you, Maitre Huitien, for giving us the link on Twitch. Tetris Wallbant, 410. 447 Giovani, 37,000 point lead. It's about a Tetris and a half. Tetris is worth 22,800 or 24,000 minus 1,200. Mark has contributed $10 to the prize pool. Thank you so much, Mark. Really appreciate that. And by the way, you can see Mark this summer is one of the organizers, and I'm sure one of the players in CTWC's DAS World Championship taking place in Germany. And I think the top, 4 players from the Jonas Cup will be going. So it's like a whole contingent of Americans coming in here to show you guys how DAS is played. 570 for Giovani, 530 for Wallbant. I think it's Meme and Fractal and Scooty and I forget who else. Okay, that left side for Giovani. Let's see what he can get over there. That is the piece he needs, and now, did he get it in time? Oh no, that's going to be a top out for Giovani at 574. And Wallbant was already ahead, and he's going to take game number 3. Go up 2 games to 1. All right, Wallbant is pleased. Giovani less pleased, but still supportive and friendly, which is what we like. That's what we like. Okay, players, I'm going to give you pieces, but again, you can always feel free to take a moment to warm up, tune up, cool down, wherever you need to do. Get a drink. Oh, another GG there. Oh my goodness. Well, we got to get our other GG out. Hemalizer, imagine using CTL's GG in this channel instead of our GG when you have our GG. What the heck? Summer B has contributed to the prize pool $46.99, and that is going to get us up to $666.69. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong? Thank you so much for the contribution to that prize pool. It's very nice, but also there's something very wrong with you people. All right, good job there, Hemalizer. Appreciate it. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let me just check C's real quick. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. They are good. And I can't find my chat to count them down, but there it is. Okay, game number 4. Wallbant up 2 games to 1, trying to go to that top 8 for the first time. Giovani needs to win to force a deciding game number 5. Yeah, Fractal, Scooty, Andy, and Meme all confirmed for CTWC DAS. Amazing. How do you feel, Mark? Do you have a chance with these 4 heavy hitters? You know, traveling from the United States just on a mission just to beat you all. You should set up, like the brackets, like Americans on one side. So, you know, you don't have 2 Americans in the finals. Do we know, are there any other Americans going? $72,000 for Wallbant, $96,000 for Giovani. I should go? Listen, Summer B, I'm not in a position to go right now. Okay. Wallbant has to create a little bit of a gap there. So, oh, that's a great way to attack it. I would have done something totally different and wrong, and that's why I'm here, and Wallbant is playing in this event. 142 for Giovani, 105 for Wallbant. Christopher Winter says, stupid question, but how do players get their start when 3-2-1 Tetris isn't said? Is it a bot on Twitch? Yeah, it's a bot on Twitch. There's a little countdown bot that is on Twitch. All the players are streaming their games to Twitch, and we're restreaming their games, and they're in the chat watching the chat, waiting for that countdown. And I used to do 3-2-1, or, you know, I have up until very recently done 3-2-1 verbal countdown every single time, but I prefer that the players go on the chat countdown since it's more coordinated. And if you do a verbal countdown, some people go on the verbal one and some people go on the text one. And that's not, you know, that's not ideal. And I get tired of saying 3-2-1, and I'm sure you guys get tired of hearing it too, so. 243 for Giovani, 205 for Wallbant, and it's not a stupid question. That is a good question. You know, back in the old days, that was not a trivial thing. It was like, well, how do we get them to start at the same time? Well, if you say the countdown, they're going to start at different times. Oh, well, let's make a countdown bot so that, you know, it'll be closer. Oh, okay. All right, Giovani with a situation to deal with here. Okay. Wow. All right, gets the L over. Now could really use something for that left and gets it. Oh, there's a nice L. Yeah, back in those early days of the classic Tetris community, everything that we take for granted had to, you know, had to be figured out. 303 for Giovani, 322 for Wallbant. And yeah, great survival from Giovani. Tetris for him, 326, 345 for Wallbant. Okay, the Vit's filled in for Giovani. That T is going to help him get set up for a Tetris. The long bar gets over. And a couple of nice long bars to fill in the middle of the board. Let's take a couple of burns here. And the Tetris for Giovani, 420 for him, 420 for Wallbant. So Giovani now in the lead, 443 to 428. One line apart. Tetris Wallbant. 451, 465 Giovani. Great Tetris Wallbant, 499. Giovani's into 19 at 516. Wallbant is in at 524, so an 8,000 point difference at transition. The speed is increased. Now it's 100 lines to do all the scoring that they're going to do. Okay, Giovani with a couple Tetrises here at 570, but a gap in the stack and kind of a hang on that left side. And he's brought it down as far as he can bring it down, and he's actually setting up on the left well. Giovani, what a mad lad. That is crazy. I would have just totally caved and just done something, you know, super conservative. Giovani going to turn it into a Tetris. Okay, 606 Giovani, 587 for Wallbant. Giovani still trying to bring this down. And, you know, playing 19 at this height is kind of like rolling and playing 29 at this height. Like, it is not easy at all. Very limited with which pieces get where and how high. The long bar gets over for Giovani. Now he needs something for that left. That S is going to fit the bill. Oh, and he's able to, I think, quick tap that Z over to the left. Giovanni's got to bring this down. They're basically tied in score. Giovani now burns down, and he's left with a center well. He's got a couple of clears he can do, but doesn't need them. Just there it is. Long bar, Tetris down the middle. Giovani setting up again. And Wallbant in a top-out spiral. That's going to be a top for Wallbant. And Giovani is good in game number 4, so we are going to a decider. A decanter or a maple? Yeah, I mean, Italy is a wine country, aren't they? I don't know if I have the decanter on this scene here. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have it, guys. I don't know where it went. Oh, well. The decanter or the maple cider, it's gone. I don't have it. I don't know where it went. It's got to be in my downloads, right? All right, so Giovani going to top out on 28 finally. I'm looking for it. All right, let's give these players their pieces. There's that. Do I have the maples? Oh, I've got it. I've got it. I've got him. I found him. So we'll have to create some sort of hybrid something here. All right, so let me just do this stupid crap. All right, there they are. We'll fix it. Let's get these players started. Giovani and Wallbant, it's decider time at Das Masters. The winner goes to the top 8. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm doing this, man. I guess we can put one on one and one on the other. All right, you get a decider, or a maple cider, and you get a decanter. Okay, Tetris, Wallbant 45. There's Giovani 47. That's a, and by the way, that's a, what is it? What is an Italian? What's a good Italian wine, right? $115 Giovani, 77,000 for Wallbant. They look like power-ups in a video game. Oh, that's true. the maple syrup power-up. There should be a game with a maple syrup power-up. 164 Giovani, 85,000 for Wallbant. A little bit of a rough start for Wallbant. That long bar is going to help clear some, well, one thing away, but just get material down the middle. Okay, good little skim there for Giovani. He's filling in the middle of that board. Oh, the 5 below adjustment for Giovani on that left side. Tetris Giovani 235, 95,000 for Wallbant. So he's really behind the 8 ball to start this game 5. And he just can't help. It's so hard. You just keep putting pieces over the very gap you're trying to clear. You just get stuck doing that. 107 for Wallbant, 281 for Giovani. All right, Giovani uncovers the right side long bar in Tetris, 332 through 72. Pretty good pace for Giovani. Sets up long bar column 9, gets another for the Tetris, 354. And Wallbant trying to put that suffer start behind him. A lot can happen between now and level 29. Sea of Star has maple syrup as an ingredient. It's a Quebec-made game. All right. Well, I guess there are games with maple syrup power-ups. Ben Boy says, my laptop hates Twitch, bro. Every time I go on Twitch, it lags. You can go on YouTube. We are at youtube.com/monthly Tetris on YouTube. Fractal 7th roommate. What is up? Ben Boy, Maitre Witien, Pseudo Canard, Ben Squirrely, Kip Duran, El Pelton, Danny Cox, Jade Hart, Vance, Jay in the Window, Scooty Grandpa. All the stars are here. All right, a skimming at Tetris for Wallbant 305, 495 for Giovani. Just watch Scooty and Dog. Whoever wins here goes against Scooty immediately? Yes, Hopsy. In theory. that is the intention. 375 Wallbant, 566 for Giovani. He's got 2 more Tetrises available before 19 if he can get them. There's one, 612 for Giovani, and Wallbant is looking at screen looking and saying, bro, what the heck? A 190,000 point lead for Giovani right now, and Wallbant is like, I'm going for Tetrises now because how am I going to catch up? And oh my god, this board for Wallbant. And that is going to be a top out for Wallbant. So he tried to go aggro before heading into 19, trying to make up some of this pace when he could because he knows the opponent and the Giovani can just like continue to add it on. So the intimidation factor and The pace of his opponent causes Wallbant to go aggro and kind of blows up a little bit. So Giovani will be making it into the top 8 again. Wallbant, the quest for the top 8 continues, but always a pleasure to have you. And always well-coordinated wardrobe with our color theme. So thank you, Wallbant. And hope to see you again in future months. Giovani, congrats. You will be playing Blue Scooty coming up next. Oh, he's getting out the Lenovo ThinkPad. All right. We'll give Giovani his 3, so there it is. We'll get rid of these stock images. Goodbye. Man, we'll just do some live jank here right now while we're watching. What is it? Green Scooty? All right, so Giovani mullining it out. Trying to go for a 1.1 and more. Oh, I leaked the script again. Oops. 2 more Tetrises available. They're worth 36,000. If he can get them, that's a 1.2. There's one. He's set up for it. And he gets it, the 1.2. What the heck? Just whatever. Just casual 1.2 mullen. Whatever. All right, players, I'm going to give you a moment or two to warm up. I'm going to take like 90 seconds. I'll be right back, but you guys feel free to warm up, and I'll come back and give you the pieces. We'll leave you on screen so you can be all uncomfortable. Or should I take you off? You can warm up on the screen. All right, be right back. Well, that's a good thing there. Mark over on YouTube says, I think CO2 might be a record for DAS Masters. Is that right? Is this the first 1.2 in DAS Masters? I don't know. This is all you know, kind of Wild West here. It was a Giga Mullen, true. But it happened. You didn't pause. You kept playing. Maybe there should be an asterisk in the database for Giga Mullins, right? But that's why, you know, it's great. It's fine. But that's why you were still an active player. You were still active. You had hope. Yeah. I mean, just generally speaking, I think the high score things are like players are active, you know? I just look at it like that, but it's good to have, you know, it's good to have and note. Yes, this was in a competitive context, sorta. That was the first 1.2 in DAT. All right. Well, as far as hype goes, and as far as YouTube thumbnail and stream title or whatever, I'll have to do something. I'll have to do. We'll have to hype it up. There you go. Be like, and oh my God, Giovani gets the first 1.2 in DAS Masters. Are you serious? What the heck? Oh my God. You know, just do my Vandy thing. There you go. Now you got the audio. All right, players, I am just about ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some pieces. And when you're ready, you can put them in. 405161. So you can just insert that audio. I don't think anyone's editing this. All right, no problem. Yeah, just wait for the seed and then go pee. Exactly. Just missing the surprised head grab for the thumbnail. Oh, true. All right, they're both going. They're both like, yeah, whatever. Let's go look at the pieces. Show brackets? Oh, yeah, you're right. What do I got? There's the full one. So we've got NGC Man down there. Do I have to refresh this? Hold on. Oh, I didn't report that. I got to report it. Hold on. Let me report it. So that was 3-2. So the bottom right-hand corner, match 27, that is the one that we are doing. That is a top 8 match. So the extreme ends of that little dog bone thing at the bottom, that is the top 8. The center two things, that is the top 16, right? See how that's the top 16? That is the top 16, right in the center at the top. And the dog bone down here is the top 8. Okay, there are 2 players. You got pieces 405161. They are both on seed, and as soon as they signal ready, we can go ahead and start. I can't believe you missed Dog versus Scooty. I believe that you did. I can believe it. Okay, both players are jiggling their select buttons, so I think that indicates that they are ready. Giovani versus Blue Scooty, Aqua versus Green, the eternal battle. Water versus Vegetation. The winner of this goes to the semifinals. Let's go. Classic Tetris Monthly, Das Masters, May 2025. On the left side of your screen, it is Giovani, our number 7 seed, qualified in with a 1.088 million. That is the average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. Giovani is from Italy. He's got a PB of 1.32 million with Das. That is good for 4th on the overall Das leaderboard as of yesterday. So he was pushed down 1 spot because of NGC Man's new PB, which put him in the number 2 spot, pushing Tugi down to number 3 and Giovani down to number 4. Giovani also ranked number 4 in the most recent Das Premier poll. It is a Tetris player rankings thing that you can find at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. This is Giovani's 6th Das Masters appearance. He's finished at least in the top 8 every single appearance. And he's finished in the semifinals twice, August and July. Looking to get into these semis to have another crack at the finals. Giovani also played in Mega Masters this year. He's the reigning runner-up in CTWC's Das Championship, which takes place in Germany. And that is happening again next month, right? Isn't that next month? Or I think it's next month or the month after, whatever it is. It's got to be July, right? I don't know. Is Mark still here? I have a slide. I should find that slide. Also, Giovani played in the Austria event the last 2 years as well. And on the right side, it is Blue Scooty. Oh, and Giovani got to this spot just with a bye in round 1 and round 2 and defeating Wallbant in the top 16, which is round 3. 244 for Giovani, 235 for Blue Scooty. And Blue Scooty qualified in with a 950,000 average of 2. That put him at the 31 seed. He defeated Tegamech in round 1, AV Geek in round 2, and he defeated the reigning champion, no longer reigning, Dog Playing Tetris in the top 16, knocking out our number 2 seed. 283 for Blue Scooty, 290 for Giovani. Blue Scooty with a Das PB of 1.14 million. He's got a level PB of level 30, which he just achieved for the first time with Das in the preceding match. So congrats to Blue Scooty. 328 for him, 336 for Giovani. This is Blue Scooty's first Das Masters appearance. This is his first appearance in the top 8 of Das Masters. So he's looking to go even further, not satisfied with just that top 8. Wants a real crack at it. And Blue Scooty, of course, famous for being the first game crasher, 6-time CTM Masters event winner, including Lone Star last year, and the runner-up in the Jonas Cup in 2024. So really, these two players runners-up in their respective kind of championships. If you look at Jonas Cup as the North American Championship and Giovani as the overall World Championship, or some of you look at it as the European Championship. You can look at it however you want. But these players were runner-up in their respective events last year. 408 for Blue Scooty, 441 for Giovani. And now with, of course, the winners of the Jonas Cup, or the top 4 of the Jonas Cup, going to CTWC DAS in Germany this year, I mean, you can't really say it's not a true world championship anymore. I mean, you got the 4 top finishers in that event. So a true world championship for DAS this summer. 480 for Blue Scooty, 532 for Giovani. Yeah, July 17th through 19th. You drop me a slide. I'll have to go dig it up and throw it on. 534 for Giovani, 505 for Blue Scooty. So yeah, I mean, this should be the biggest, best CTWC DAS that they've ever had this summer, I would imagine. I don't know who else all is going from, non-Europe locations, but got a bunch of heavy hitters coming out from the USA. 606 for Giovani. Tetris for him, 630. 557 for Scooty on 19. Jay in the window loves them T-spins. And a Tetris for Scooty, 586. Good survival for him. Great Tetris instincts all around Blue Scooty. Every form of Tetris, every play style, Game Boy Tetris. NES Tetris. I don't know. Does he play any other Tetrises? No idea. 616 for, well, I know he plays Nestris.org because I think wasn't he the first player to get 4,000 trophies on Nestris.org? 644 for Blue Scooty, 720 for Giovani. $652 Blue Scooty. This is going to be tough. Oh, and he's able, I think that's, quick tap over that left side and more. I mean, that L is not supposed to get to the left like that. Someone check him, controller and game. 663 for Blue Scooty. 843 for Giovani. He's ahead by 180,000. Now 200,000 points, but he's also ahead by 8 lines right now. Scooty's going to play in CTWC Game Boy, the Game Boy World Championship. Blue Scooty's board is all kinds of scary right now, and yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything with that board. That's going to be a top out, and Giovani takes game number 1. I promise you, Giovani, you did take it. Okay, there's a Tetris, Giovani. If you want to mullen it out, go ahead. It's a good score, 970 on 26. We have top 4 plays in America, and then amazing Europeans: Giovani, Leo, Adam, Tugi, SV, probably Robin, Chrissy, Yanni, Aki. Yeah, should be a good time. All right, Gio. There you go. So Giovani takes game one. New pieces are here. Are they? No, they're not. Now they are. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's see that they're on seed. Confirm. Yes. And they are starting game number 2. Gio up 1-0. Okay, that's a good bar there for Blue Scooty as he trying to clean up. Okay, all right, Scooty is clean. He's shaking his head. Like, I can't believe it. What the heck? And, okay, he's trying to give himself some burns here. And he opens up that right side, and we would love a quick bar. And, yeah, trying to avoid taking triples, forced into one. Finally, long bar there for Scooty and one for Giovani as well. Giovani at 101.44,000 for Blue Scooty. A nice 3 high vits from Gio. Oh, I missed it. I was mesmerized by Scooty. Tetris for both, 148 Giovani, 112 Scooty, 34 lines. A piece. Tetris is for both. Giovani had by 46,000 points. That is 2 Tetrises. Like, pretty much right on the nose. Giovani with the Vits. And there's bar 1 for the Vits and bar 2 for the Tetris. That worked out nice. All right, little adjust there for Blue Scooty. Make room for that Z piece. It's going to lead him to getting Tetris ready a little bit sooner. And he gets it. 226 for him. 240 for Giovani. Ben Boy likes the Vits and wants more of them. All right, Scooty is open for a dirty. Oh, he's going to overshift that. I thought he was going to take the triple, but yeah, no. He will not deign. He will not lower himself to take a triple. He's like, nope, Tetris is, that's it. I'm Blue Scooty. 261 for Scooty, 296 for Giovani. So again, thanks to our contributors to the prize pool today. It was Summer B and Mark. Summer B, in her message, said, CTM forever and ever. Vandy can never quit, just like Carnation Instant Breakfast. And Mark said, let's go Gio. So thank you to our contributors today. Blue Scooty's grandpa saying, go Scooty. 355 for Scooty. Just trying to avoid taking burns. Takes a triple. Tetrises are worth 4 times what a triple is, so you can see why players avoid taking them if they can. They'd rather get it that one extra line and get way more points. Okay, Scooty with some complications on this board. Tetris Scooty, so he survives and is able to get this board down. He's building 2 rows off the bottom like a crazy person. There he gets the Tetris, 467, 518 for Giovani. And Scooty just 8 lines away from 19 and building for dirties. He's keeping it open. The bar comes and Scooty's into 19 pretty high. He gets, he's that flat long bar. And no, he's going for Tetrises here. Anybody else would have just taken the burns and brought those down. But Scooty is just rock and rolling. Oh my word, what the heck? So aggro. So aggro. He's going to top out at 506. Giovani at 575 and takes game number 2. Yeah, and there was definitely a drought. Scooty gambling that there wasn't going to be a drought, and there was. Oh my word. And, this is like, Giovani intimidation strats again, You know what kind of pace Giovani can put up. But that was very aggro. Wow. Okay. Giovani goes up 2 games to none. Yeah, somebody get some... anybody knows how long that drought was? I would be curious. Giovanni's aura, you think, is too strong? Maybe. All right, new players for these pieces. 4C, 545E. Don't forget, we got a whole other bracket after this one. Depending on how long this goes, I may take a little bit of a break in between. But if they go right through into each other, then that's fine too. 4C5, 45E, both players ready. Game number 3. Giovani looking to wrap it up right now. Scooty needs to win to continue on in the tournament. So that next bracket, that's going to be a Masters bracket, by the way. It's going to be the Masters Blue-Purple Top 16, the Blurple Top 16. Sidnev versus Cobra. And then Danv versus Iball. So Sidnev versus Cobra, Danv versus Iball. For those of you who love different countries, that's 4 different countries, right? Netherlands, US, UK, Canada. Okay, Tetris for Scooty, 119. Giovanni's board all over the place. Tetris Scooty 165 sets up immediately, gets another one, 188. Oh, Giovani in a little bit of a suffer dig here. Oh, but it sort of cleans up very quickly. Oh my goodness. Why did that that resolve so quickly? Like, what the heck? He's a magician. Tetris Giovani 180, 235 for blue Scooty. All right, Leo with the hot takes. Okay, that board is going to recomplicate for it. Giovani, he's at 206. Scooty with a good clean board at 305 through 63. If he continues at this pace, blue Scooty would have a 600K 19 transition. And we'll see what happens. Giovani set up dirty, gets it 255. He's back by 73,000 points, ahead by 5 lines early in game number 3. The line spin from Giovani, and then that I don't know what that named adjustment is, but Giovani gets it with that overhang of the another line spin for Giovani. He was just setting up multiple line spins. That's what it is. That's all he's trying to do. Is that the blank thing? Is that what it's called? Where you overhang the L piece and tuck the J underneath? Floating J. All right. Well, Giovanni's having fun with it. All right. 310 for him. 421 for blue Scooty. And a skimming at Tetris dirty for blue Scooty. 446. There's a Tetris Giovani. You think it's the blank thing? That sounds right. And another line spin for Giovani. What is bro doing? Now he's set up in column 9 and gets at Tetris. Clears that away. 383 from Giovani. 515 for blue Scooty. The Vitz is filled in for Giovani, so lots of long bar hijinks happening on Giovanni's side. Set up one row, dirty column 8, gets it. Giovani 9 lines away from 19. Scooty still 14 lines to go. Okay, there you go. Long bar for the middle. That's going to help Giovani out a lot. One line to go. He's at 457. Scooty with that potential 600K transition, and he's going for more. And there's a long bar in for Scooty. 657 transition. And another Tetris immediately after 681. So a big lead at 19 for Scooty. 534 Giovani and 683 Scooty. So 150,000 point lead. And under 90 lines to go. That is going to be a problem for Giovani. And he's going to top out. Blue Scooty, you are good in game number 3. Blur the Fur is here and says, oof. Welcome, Blur the Fur. Scooty, you can mullen it out a little bit. Giovanni's taking a walk, so you can mullen it a little if you want. See if you can keep this pace up. Blue Scooty yet to get the 1.2. He's got his level 30 today. Is he going to get his first 1.2 today? Tetris Scooty 854 on 23. He's on the mullen. Tetris Scooty 885. All right, this is a really needs a bar for that right. Gets it. Really needs one for the left. That's going to be a triple. Even so, that 1.14 PB still very, very attackable with this pace. What the heck? What the heck is that? Dirty Tetris. I didn't know the pieces went together that way. What the heck was that? Tetris for Scooty. A59. He's got the max out and he's like one off. There's the Tetris for Scooty. He's got the B26. There's a Tetris Scooty B96. And he just cruises in with the 1.2. And there's a dirty Tetris for Scooty with the C36. And that is a PB and the second ever 1.2 in Das Masters. It was off of a Giga Mullen, but whatever. Blue Scooty with the Das PB. On the leaderboard, it says Scooty has a 1.14. Scooty, is that true? Was it 1.14 was your PB? That was your PB? He had a 1.17. Whatever. I just destroyed it. Holy mackerel. Congratulations, Blue Scooty. So Blue Scooty gets his first ever level 30 in the previous match, and now he's got his first ever 1.2. What the heck? A challenger has risen. All right, so it's 2 games to 1, right? Is that right? 2 games to 1? I already gave him his point, right? Yeah, I did. Ay, ay, ay. 31st seed Smurf, indeed. Holy mackerel. All right, players, I guess I'm giving you more pieces, but so it is 2 to 1, right? I'm totally all messed up. Is it 2 to 1? It's 2 to 1. Smurfing against the second seed, right? 8FE723. He's been smurfing all along. He's been like, I'm just gonna let Andy rip off a few and then come back and do to Das Masters what I did to Masters the previous year. That's what he's trying to do. So is that a 1.236? So he's gone from like 99th on the list to somewhere about like he's in top 40 now. All right, so it's 2 games to 1, right? Someone just confirmed to me that it is 2 games to 1 before I start. What am I doing? Okay, 8FE723. 2 to 1. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, looks like both players are ready. They're on seed, and Scooty needs to win another one to stay in. Giovani looking to wrap it up right now against a player who appears to be peaking. Scooty got a level 30 for the first time in the previous match. He got his first ever 1.2 in this match. And what? May as well just get your first 1.3. I mean, what the heck? Why not? All right, Scooty on the board with the Tetris. Giovani with the 25,000. Game number 4. I do need coffee. I have had no coffee today. If you need reminders of the score, I need more sleep and more coffee. Well, listen, Danny. I have a problem, okay? Kip, did I just miss a 1.3? No, you missed a 1.2. Scooty PB'd and got his first 1.2. 116 for Giovani, 97,000 for Blue Scooty. Which problem am I talking about? I got problems, okay? I'm doing my best. And this is my best, unfortunately. It's not great, but it is my best. 121 for Scooty, 164 for Giovani. Oh, thanks, Kip. Appreciate that. Okay, 169 for Scooty, 209 for Giovani. So pretty decent paces here early on in game number 4. 233 Giovani, 215 for Scooty. And a little bit of droughty places has their sacks getting up fairly high. But Scooty able to bring it down. He got a Tetris to bring it. Giovani waiting. And this is drought and a half. Giovani keeps it open. Long bar gets over. 264 Giovani, 250 for Blue Scooty. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. Tetris for Scooty, 321, 332 for Giovani. And a Tetris for Scooty. So right now, let's see if, all right. So Scooty, the lines are tied right now. Scooty back by 11,000 points. So half a Tetris difference when the lines are tied. Tommy Gorlami says, I'll bang your mom's notification bell. Thanks, Tommy. That's great. So stupid. All right. Tetris for Blue Scooty. 436, 447 for Giovani. Why is that so stupid? No, if that was Tommy NTG, I would end Tetris right now. That's it. No, it was Tommy Gorlami. Gorlami. There you go. Now you're famous. The news is going to call you and say, my God. Twitch chatter destroys streamer. 488 for Blue Scooty, 545 for Giovani. Yeah, one line apart, still, 34,000 points. Giovani ahead, Tetris and a half. And Scooty with a couple of big individual milestones during this broadcast, but in the end, it is a tournament, so he's got to win this game to continue on. Giovani does not want to let him do it. Giovani looking to get to the top four again. 6:05 transition for Giovani. And 587 for Scooty. Longboard goes down for a triple. I think that was a line spin, if I'm not mistaken. Saw it corner of my eye there. And we love the line spins, so I hope it was. Tetris Scooty 623, 685 Giovani. Tetris Scooty. Still about that 36,000 point lead. Giovani gets a long bar over for a Tetris. S flat. Works out really well. Oh no, that left side. See what he could do. Oh no, that bar's going to hang. Can he get something over? And no, that's going to be a top out for Giovani at 715. Target for Scooty at 716. A Tetris would do it. He's got all day. The triple is not quite enough. That double, not quite enough. But that right there will do it. Blue Scooty has tied it up. And we are going to a decider. And I'm going to put the decider on the screen. You're an American, so you get a decider over here. And you are Italian, so you get wine. Yeah, Scooty just is going to get that 1.3 now. Just go perfect from here on in. No problem. In a level 34. Well, you at least got to go for the, back-to-back. I don't have any, Joe. All right, at least get the back-to-back 1.1s or max outs, right? You want me to DoorDash Starbucks? Nah, I'm not gonna pay $30 for a Starbucks. I was hoping Sue would bring some back. Sometimes she does that, but not today. Okay, Scooty's got the max out on 28, and if he can somehow muster 2 more Tetrises, he would have the 1.1, but not even gonna muster the 1. So he's got back-to-back maxes though. Pretty good. Okay, have the pieces been delivered? I don't remember. I guess not. They're waiting like they haven't, so. The pieces are here. B1C0CD, $30. Well, once you get, the drink is like $5 or $6, and then there's a delivery fee, and then there's a tip, and you're just door dashing at Starbucks is ridiculous. People do it. People do it, though. You know, good for them. It's ridiculous for me, anyway. For some people, it's like nothing. For me, it is not nothing. Okay, looks like both players are ready. B1 COCD. Yes, it is decider time. Giovani versus Blue Scooty. The winner of this will go to the semifinals. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Well, it's expensive if you want it like delivered to your home by a person, by a human person paying gas. I mean, you know, like that's expensive, but I don't know. You go to Starbucks. Yeah, $5 for coffee sounds ridiculous if you grew up in the 50s where you go like, oh, coffee for a nickel, sir. You know, like whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's what things cost. Tetris, Giovani, 47,000. Blue Scooty, not an ideal start, but it's fine. It's low. Don't you have those delivery bots? Well, I am on the 3rd floor of my apartment building, and they don't climb stairs. Yeah, you have to get a large amount of stuff. Little spin there for Giovani with the J piece. 98 for him, 98 for Scooty. And they're basically one line apart in score and lines. This is such a crazy matchup for top 8, to be honest. Well, I appreciate your honesty, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, Giovani has been in the semifinals. This is Scooty's first time in the top 8. So, yeah, I think this is. I mean, they're all crazy matchups once you get to the top 16. So, it's only going to get harder from here. Actually, if you think this is crazy, it doesn't get any easier. 191 for Gio, 171 for Blue Scooty. Of course, Scooty coming out of that 31 seed. Tetris Scooty 218. Giovani at 218. Same lines. 380 lines, 380 points apart. All right, Gio going with that column 8 well, gets the Tetris 264. Long bar in Tetris Scooty 244. And Giovani not afraid to snap in that S piece. He gets the spin. Tetris, Giovani 289. But a great matchup and a great match so far, regardless of what happens from here. Oh, Giovani able to get that Z piece all the way to the left. It's not supposed to go over there. Players are just nuts, you know. I'm so jealous. Wish I could play like these guys. Tetris, Giovani 348, 282 for Blue Scooty. Longbar goes in. He's got another one set up, but just going to go right to work, clearing away that gap. Tetris down for Scooty 330. There's one Giovani 394. Scooty uncovers the well. Now he's building and waiting. And a long bar goes down. He's already set up for that next one. And another one goes in. The players are crossing the 100 line mark. 417 for Giovani, 379 for Blue Scooty, 1 line apart. 30 lines until that 19 speed increase. Tetris, Giovani, another one. And Scooty gets those 2 bars and gets Tetris's with him as well. 496 Giovani, 452 for Blue Scooty. Yeah, Joe, it's the tournament you're watching right now. DM means Das Masters, the very thing you're watching on the internet. Giovani is into 19 at 544. Blue Scooty's grandpa says, I don't like coffee. Grandpa never drank coffee. All right. Scooty now with the lead, 25,000 point lead. Actually, more than that. The lines are tied. Scooty ahead by 38,000 points, something like that. 40,000 points. Tetris Giovani 639, 652 Scooty. Scooty just wants to clear that dependency away. But no, he's just going to chuck a bar down that right side. Ooh, kind of early shift for Scooty with that Z piece. It's so funny. It's like so seldom now. Oh, there's a good center well Tetris for Giovani. It's so seldom you see with these players like early dash shifts, where for me it's like every other piece. Okay, Giovani, that long bar to the left is a concern. He's able to take a triple to knock this stack down. Long bar gets over Tetris Giovani. He can access that left side now, but it's covered. And he uncovers it. Now he's on the left well. And he's trying to keep it low. Scooty on the center well. And Tetris left well for Giovani, 781. And, you know, how quickly things turn. 718 now for Scooty. Under 40 lines to go until 29. The lines are tied. Giovani up by 33,000 points. On level 25, Tetrises are worth 31,000. Tetris Giovani 851. Scooty, you bet, knows what he needs. 788 for him. There's a Tetris 820. And Giovani has to cover the well, but gets it open, gets a Tetris 920, 855 for Scooty. He's got a couple of lines back. And Scooty is setting up wherever he can find this beginning of a well. And he's got a column 9 Tetris, 893. Giovani, 990. 2 more Tetrises available before 29 if he doesn't burn. But he might have to. And Scooty is set up in column 4. And no bar is coming to rescue Scooty. So that is going to be a top out for Scooty at 894. And Giovani is going to hang on and move on to the semifinals for the 3rd time. Blue Scooty with his deepest run ever in Das Masters, and with some very memorable moments. He got his first ever level 30 with Das. He got his first ever 1.2 million with Das. So while he hasn't moved on in this tournament. Still a performance to remember for Blue Scooty, coming out of that number 31 seed, and just maybe a couple levels away from getting into the semifinals. So a huge leap forward DAS-wise for Blue Scooty, and we should all be very, very afraid. So GG's Blue Scooty. And Giovani, you're moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations to you. This is your third time going into the semis. I know that is not enough for Gio. He wants the win. He's got a shot. Let me go ahead and report this. We'll take a look at our brackets. Where are the bracket? Where is my stupid bracket? There it is. 3-2. Giovani reporting. It's on monthly Tetris. Doodly doo. All right, we're taking a look. What are we looking at? We'll look at this whole thing. Let's refresh this dealio. There it is. Giovani is our first semi-finalist. And if we look at what is left to do, well, we have two. We have another top eighter. That's it. We have NGC Man is in the top 8, waiting for the result of Rorschach versus Bendy. I don't know when that's going to happen. I have to check in on that. We've coalesced that top right quadrant down to Giovani. Leo versus Sofa. Merker versus Tugi. I don't know when that stuff is happening, actually. So we'll have to check in with our schedulers and see what the deal is. Now, I'll take a look at our schedule overall. We've got DAS Masters on May 23rd. That's the next DAS Masters stream. That's going to be Andy, Fractal, Eliash, Miles, top 16. So from there, we will determine another semi-finalist. Bald Shaggy is Rorschach, a Polish player. So yeah, I don't know when. You've sworn Gio has made Giovani has not made finals. Leo has made the finals. Unless you're confusing Gio and Leo. But anyway, that is what is coming up. So coming up after this, in about 15 minutes, we're going to have our blue and purple top 16, Sidnev, Cobra, Danv, and Iball. So thank you to those of you. I have to go offline anyway, just for the stream and YouTube and all that. So let me just get a quick thank you out to our patrons. Everybody on this screen, including Scott Gray J, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, McMonkey, and Mila. Thank you so much. And everybody else, of course, on the screen as well. Thank you. Thanks to those of you who contributed to the prize pool to get us up to $666.69. Use go.ctm.gg/DASPrize. Or at the very least, use the Matcherino command in Twitch. The third one is the one for DAS Masters. Thanks for the follows. Kenny, Toolwayne, Max, Monkey, and Twitch sub Stanislaw, Hazel, Giovani. I think 2 of those were gifts. So thank you. YouTube memberships, Adam Healy and Bence K. One of them was a gift. Super chats from Femi and Dano. Twitch raids, RK, and Deep Shock. Appreciate that. We'll be back in like 15 minutes. I'm going to cut the stream. I'm not going to raid anybody, Twitch. You can just hang on here. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Or you can go do whatever you got to do. Gotta do. But I do have to cut stream on YouTube, so I'll be right back. Bye-bye. I think I can leave Twitch running, actually. So maybe I'll just leave Twitch running. But I'm not going to